Hi, I just wanted to very briefly touch on your practicum experience, and I know that we touched on this when we did our immersion, and I just wanted to highlight some of the practicum hours that you will be looking for as you're moving forward. And just remember that always your practicum hours must be tied back to your DNP essentials. So the practicum hours that you seek need to be focused on building your expertise, building your practice. This is not run-of-the-mill what you always do day in and day out. This is about building your skills and developing as a doctor of nursing practice student over time. So with that being said, you can count some of your seat time for conferences. It's not the travel time. When you're doing your literature review, I want to really focus on the literature review. You can't log more than 100 hours for your literature review, but it probably will take you, and I should say it will take you longer than 100 hours to do a very broad literature review, because what you're doing is you're actually examining the literature in a very broad view, and you're looking at your topic. And not only are you looking at your topic in nursing, most of the time within the DNP projects, you're looking at a topic within other disciplines as well. So you may be looking at different business models or different applications of the same types of principles in other disciplines. So keep that in mind as you're looking at that very broad view as far as literature. And just know that you're looking at the literature for the best evidence. What you're looking for is what you're going to implement for your project. Your project doesn't come first. You have to do that assessment first and really dive deep into that literature so that you know how you need to move forward with your project. With that being said, also part of the project itself may be an educational piece. So it's important to dive into the education literature as well to see what the very best information is as far as doing teaching or education for that particular topic or in general to your population. You may also be implementing some sort of change, and when you do that, you again need to dive into the literature that covers change theory, and you need to integrate change theory within your project. So again, not only are you looking at the topic, you're looking at how to implement your particular change or your education piece. So it's not just looking at the very centric area of nursing and the topic. You're looking at the how-tos and bringing together this very large project to be the most effective and efficient way to actually implement. So keep that in mind as you're doing your literature review. So you need to be very broad. You can do additional coursework above and beyond what you're doing in the DNP program, and sometimes there's some specific courses. One may be from the Institute for Healthcare Improvement. They offer courses here and there, and they are very pertinent to what we're doing within the DNP program. So again, if you're choosing courses, they need to be very centered on developing you as a practitioner in your practice, and also you may be engaged in some professional presentations as well. If it's above and beyond what you normally do in your work, you can use that time as practicum hours. You may also be involved in development of some educational materials. Again, it needs to be focused on your DNP project, and you want to make sure that it's something above and beyond what you typically do. Again, we're focused on developing you as a DNP prepared nurse. So when we're looking at serving as a consultant or a mentor, you may serve as a consultant or mentor about your DNP Advanced Nursing project. This doesn't count in serving as a preceptor for a BSN or an MSN student. and that's directly from CCNE. You also may engage in some coalition building, especially if you're involved in some population-based projects. The coalition building becomes a very prominent part of the process as well. Again, if you're developing some advocacy work with some vulnerable populations, writing some policies, even developing a bill in coordination with a legislator, grant writing may be appropriate. Your immersions do count, and of course there's the certifications if you are certified in some sort of nursing leadership. That counts towards your practicum hours as well. And then there's some course-specific practicum hours that you will be able to add as you're putting everything together. But tying this all together, each and every practicum experience needs to be focused on building you, building your expertise, and focused on the D&P essentials. Those are the key factors. If you have any questions about your practicum time, there is a form that you can fill out for request for approval for specific practicum hours if you have questions. So just let me know if you need anything, and I hope you found this to be helpful.